It's the morning of Thanksgiving 2011. I'm standing at the entrance to Langdon Park. The whole reason for doing this, there's going to be a car coming by. The whole reason for doing this is that this is this is for my little buddy who's never been on the trail, and I'm not sure exactly when she'll ever will get here. So I decided to take this day and show her the trails. So we're going to go across the road here. So this is the entrance. And this is the sign over here. So I haven't been here in a couple weeks, and so I'm a little afraid of the damage I might find. I have actually already noticed one when I went to park the car. So anyway, this is the entrance driveway, and we go straight ahead. If we went to the left, we'd go on the south entrance to the trail, but we're going to go on the north entrance from the parking lot. So here we go. So there we are, coming into the driveway, and there's the parking lot, and it's a circular lot, and we go around these trees, and they'll go into the lot and swoop around. Now this is the parking lot, and if you can notice the tire marks, and this is a bit of a playground for some yahoos, and unfortunately we had it closed down on us last fall because of misbehavior. Over there was I put a cable up to stop them from coming in, but someone's cut the cable, and so now the shenanigans have started. It's too bad why people do that. ATVs like to do wheelies and that. So anyway, we shall carry on. This is what I call the north entrance. That's one of my Glen designed, installed, blah 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 gates. And whoop, there's my shadow. So I'm going to carry on, and we got a nice mixture of chips and now leaves because of the time of the year. And we have our very own kind of pine forest. This is one of 4 benches that have been installed in here. This is one that was paid for by our local councillor, Ron Dupuis. I'm walking on what I call the North Side Trail. I was almost going to say my favorite trail. It was at one time, and it's pretty much. This is a all year round trail, the whole trail system. I keep the parking lot cleared of snow. We'll see what happens this year, because my plow broke and I haven't heard back from the company whether they're going to cover it under warranty or what. To our left here is a marsh. This place at one time was a pit, gravel pit, and local people used to swim here. Apparently it was quite a swimming hole, diving board, the whole thing. Now it's probably with the river isn't as high as you can see, and it's pretty full of water. And anyway, we have a little birch forest. This section here is being painted by a lady who's one of our friends who's taken up painting, a nurse at the Regional Hospital, and her husband showed us a first picture of her first example, and she uses a palette knife, and her plan is to do 4 showing all the seasons. So I hope he got out here to take some pictures, because I told him a week ago it looks like lost a lot of leaves. And there we are, still on the edge of the marsh. Coming up to this corner here, there's another chair. The posts I put in here, this was part of a locking system that got wrecked. And I just noticed here that somebody is trying to cut through this. That's what I mean. I get sick of these people. Can you believe it? This is a park. You have no business doing that. This is our neighbor's. It's a farmer. He has signs all over, no trespassing, but nobody pays any attention. Okay, we're heading south. This is the west side by the swamp again. Farmer's yard, ditch separating the yards, and this has all been re-chipped. We've actually refurbished this, but it needs still topping up in some places. Yes, we do get bears and horses. I was going to say this is a bear, but it looks more like a horse. People don't clean up after the horses. They leave it for other people. So that's been horse poop that looks like it's been kicked, probably by Dave, because if it isn't Dave that's kicking it, it's me. So here's another entrance that has been destroyed. People cut stuff they have no business cutting. I'm scared to go on further, but I guess I will. Most of the trail was an older trail that we re-established, but the section we're coming into now is brand spanking new. Myself and some help from some others, I laid it out. We cleared the bush, put down gravel, put down chips, and I put this fence in last year in the winter time, I guess, and I was going to take it down because I couldn't remember what was the reason for this design. Design in quotations, joke. And then I saw where someone had tried to get around it and didn't, and turned back. So I've decided that I'll just leave it just fine. So who needs more work? I just love this little section. It's, to my mind, it's the what a trail should be. It curves around a little bit, and you know, I think it's great. But then I'm sort of on the prejudice side, since, like I said, I'm responsible. And I'll just keep this running for a bit. I always like to have a look at this tree trunk, how long it's going to be there. We got stuck with a bobcat in here, and this tree took the worst of the beating because we had to use some rope to tie around it to help ease the bobcat out. Well, we got it out. We're approaching the river, the Whitsun River, and I put this barrier up just before the winter. I didn't realize how brittle this stuff was, and it looks like hell. But someone had cut the rope that was here before. The whole idea was protecting young people. This trail was also refurbished by cleaning it up, and there's a lot of trees from beavers. The trail used to go along here, but why the whole idea of this section is to because it wandered onto private land. So here we come here. Down here's Spring's favorite spot. Go for a little dip. And hallelujah, brother, the one thing that's changed is that we actually have water flowing. The water's been very low. Anyway, we're going to continue along the shore of the mighty Whitsun River. Okay, we're carrying along beside the Whitsun. Trees hanging over. I said it was all kinds of beavers. Cut logs, but whatever reason they stopped coming around. I don't know if it's due to me or. But this is one of the gates. This is slightly modified. I had to open it up. It was in the winter for a lady who wanted to bring her crippled child through in a wheelchair. She never told me if it worked out. I asked her to tell me. She never told me. People ask for things and don't follow up on it. This here, when we started, was the lowest point, and it wasn't passable lots of times of the year. And now, when the water gets up, this all gets flooded. It was supposed to be for drainage, but it's turning out to be more for it fills it up. Anyway, you can see some of how low the water is there. Now we're proceeding to the parks area. This is another one of my gates. Not the original version because someone came in with a truck and pulled it out. Threw it in the river. Now what we're approaching here is the park area. And see the river. See the bridge. Can I see the bridge? Bridge over there. That's across the Whitsun River on Martin Road. And there's a sun shelter that was paid for by our councillor Ron Dupuis. He promised some tables. I asked him about the tables. And he says that they're coming. So this bench is what the family paid for Dee. Her favorite color, purple. And how could it be any other color but? And there's the plaque. Is it focusing? Can't really tell this thing sometimes. Everything's automatic, so not sure where I am half the time. Instead of going through the park section, we'll continue on the trail. Sorry I didn't get out here at least a week ago. The reds were fantastic, but you know, as you know what happened to me and my little girl, so I know you'll understand. There is not a day that I'm out here that I don't like it. I've been here all kinds of weather. Snowshoed here. Sometimes if there's not enough snow, it don't even have to need. One of my favorite scenes. I don't know how many times I've taken a picture of this. It just intrigues me. And here we are. We'll carry on. This is now a disused trail. Some people go down it in the snow and snowshoes in the winter time. It was going to be part of the original plan, but it takes forever to dry up because it's quite low and right near the swamp. So we instead concentrated on this section that's sort of on the north side of that park area. That's quite nice. I wish I was able to provide the smell for this, because anybody who doesn't have the seasons and the smells that we get with fall, really I feel sorry for them. Of course they probably feel sorry for us because we're up to a yin-yang in snow, but you and I, buddy, have no problem with that at all, do we? Now this area here is I had once had it blocked off, but now I allow access to the park. City cuts the grass. Nice little forest. It's a little bit wider than I wish it was, but the original owner had different ideas, and he was the originator of the park, and that's why we named it after him. I don't know if anybody's been cutting through. People, for some reason or other, don't go into the parking lot. They end up parking on the road. So still have seen all this underwater as well. In fact, after a lot of the first year's work had to be redone over. What do we got here? Well, I didn't know. Nobody's feeding. Isn't that great? I always did that for a while, and then there's a little kid in the neighborhood with supplementing things, and see the growth on that is changed color. And there we go, we're heading towards the exit. Now this south exit slash entrance has been a bit of a problem from damage. This, what you see, this ribbon is actually shows the cable I've installed, and I'm going to install one here. And what we've had happen here is people go around the gates, of course, because they can, and wreck trees. This is a park, and it's also a conservation area. Now that ugly looking fence there I put up temporarily, and then the city and their tore it down rather than go through the gate and end up wrecking trees. And so it's my plan. I don't know how I'm going to get on to do what I'm doing. I'm running out of time here. So this is the south entrance view from the entrance side, and just take a look back down. That's where we're going to head in a few minutes, to the outlet. And there you are. That is a quick, painless tour of Langdon Park Trail. So now you can say you did it.